And we is recording. So the first topic I really had for just this whole podcast was what really got y'all into just wanting your own business? Like what really made you get that extra push and was like, I want my own business. Like this is something I just want to pursue.
Well, I can start because mine is fairly new. It was really the quarantine, and I was a fresh graduate at that time. So I just felt like, well, I'm out of high school, and me being and doing a job that was like a 9 to 5 was not very likely because at the time I was still living with my parents. So the virus was very big at that time. So I had to find another way to make money, and I decided starting my own business was exactly that.
What about you, Mom?
Okay, which era do I start from? Okay, I'll start with the beginning. So in 2017, I started doing phone cases. So this was like I loved graphic design in high school. So I seen a quote that changed my life, and it was along the lines of if you are good at you should be compensated for your talent.
Yeah.
So when I
That is
read,
true.
I was like, you know what? That's it. And plus the 9 to 5, I don't knock it. I feel every job is necessary. You just should know what is or isn't for you. And I just know it wasn't. Started off in 2017 with the phone cases. Then 2018, my love for jewelry shifted. So I shifted into jewelry and as it was Ocean Wave, which became Dark Crystal Moon, and now present day Moonwave Atelier. So my driving force was I feel you should be compensated for your talents and do what you love, and that's what I love to do.
Hey, I really feel that. That was a when you say that you should be compensated for your talents. That gave me that pushed me that reminded me around the time of late last year. I say around like November, December, where I was really like stuck on like what I wanted to really do, like with myself. Besides just going to work, coming home, hanging out with friends, like just regular typical stuff. Like so I was like, you know what? I got a YouTube channel. Let me invest some more into my channel. Like, let me think of something that I could really like, something that I'll enjoy doing. Like, actually sitting down doing, whether it's with friends, strangers, or so. The podcast. One of my homies gave me the idea for a podcast. And at first it started off with just like, let's talk about our favorite shows. But
Mm.
I really just sat down, I thought about it. I'm like, I could really collab with this. And I was like, you know what? Let me reach out. I reached out to a few people, even close friends, and I was like, I want to do this. So when Moon was like, you should be compensated for your talent. I also felt like that along the lines of like late last year. So I like that. That's not whoever made that quote. That's a nice quote because it's
The crazy
relatable.
part, I really don't know who made that quote. Like something I seen on social media. Like how you see like the like on Instagram and it's like the all white with like the black text, but it doesn't really say who posted it.
Yeah,
Right.
It was just like a post like that. And I was like, you know what? Screenshot. I like that.
I do like that.
yeah.
And it's crazy because she mentioned doing phone cases, and I just recently started into the business of doing phone cases. That is just something that's new addition for me. And I will say graphics is becoming a lot of what this generation is. Every time you look up somebody wants something with a graphic on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like especially when it comes to merchandise, even the simple things like T-shirts. If you ain't really add some little, creativity, little style to it, your own little touch. You feel me? that make you stand out. Like, yeah, that's my work, and you cannot find this anywhere else because I made it. You feel me?
Correct.
Um, I like that. You know, for just anybody, you could be a small time painter. You feel me? Or you're a video editor. You know, you sell merchandise. It could be what if you have your own little style to it and your own little logo and stuff like that. That just make you stand out. Like you can only get these products from here, and it's
Right.
and you got some good products. You feel me?
Hmm.
It's
That's a
definitely I definitely I do like that.
Originality is really big. I feel like just in 2020 and then the startup of 2021, because everybody is trying to get into something because this whole pandemic has hit. Not about it.
definitely it's that's one of the strongest marketing ones is when you can say this is a product, this is a
Easily, it's knowing that you did it. That just makes it different.
right.
Yeah, originality it take you far. It really do. Some people,
Very, very true to new
some
upcoming creators. Definitely, that's. I think that's one thing that you should always kind of look into before even starting. What is a concept, a design, a even a like art direction that is very unique, especially in the coronavirus times because everything's starting. So you can have
Correct.
something to stand out.
Yeah, designing is just really even adding a little bit of a something else and then adding that to what you're doing now. It could be even something trending because I see like the keychains is on like really really big. Everybody wants something with the music in their picture, and then just adding a little bit something of mine to that. It just adds originality to it.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
yeah
Always take something, but always give it a new beautiful spin to it and make it your own.
yeah I definitely the keychain idea that you the keychain I hit you up before about the keychain. I like that concept. I
There's
seen
another one
that.
I really love.
I seen that. I was
Oh,
like, you do
and
this?
I don't know if like whenever I first started with the phone cases, I kind of used that for my jewelry. So whenever I transitioned to jewelry, since I already knew how to do like graphic design, it was much easier for me to like make my own website, make my own logo, make the
Mm-hmm.
make my own business cards. And like people have asked me, where'd you get your business card design from? Who made your stickers or who made this? And I'm like, oh, well, I made it myself. And they're like, oh, I know how to do graphic design. And, it's just something. Now, my phone case era was a flop. I'm going to just be honest. I learned everything good and bad during that. So it's like I'm happy I had that stage because I made a hell of mistakes. But it was mistakes I'm happy I made because I learned to not make them when I started doing the jewelry. What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
give
I took
me
that.
give me a
If
quick.
you don't mind me asking, what was one of the mistakes?
Oh, where do I start? Okay, the biggest
Hey,
one.
hold on,
Don't
real quick. Hold up.
sell customs without getting a down payment. That's a big one. Like if somebody ever
Yep.
come and they're like, "Can I just can I get this and I want this and I want this," and then you get it all made and then it's like, okay, here it is, it's finished, and then they like don't want it.
Yep.
So it's like down payment, down payment, down payment, and just like little business. I guess you could say business etiquette, business ways to run it. So
Mm-hmm.
little things like that that you learn with experience along the way.
Yeah,
Uh,
down payment.
let me give me a quick. Let me add this extra person to the call. They were just
Okay.
they came like a little late. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call them and then add y'all in. We can continue.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, Joseph?
Huh? What's up?
Not much. Give me a quick second. Let me add the other two people into the call. Like we already kind of started, but I'm gonna fill you in on everything as we go along.
Okay.
Let me add these on the other two real quick.
Okay.
Uh, but oh yeah, but my bad for earlier though. I ran like a little tad late. I had got sidetracked with a bunch of errands, so my fault for coming like a little late on that part.
Cool.
To go boom. Then all right, bet. Moon, y'all here?
Hello.
Okay, bet. I got everybody in here right now. I'm just waiting on later mute a
I'm here.
mic. Okay, bet. What? But oh yeah, continue what you was on what you was going off, Moon. My bad for the interruption.
Oh,
Oh
we
yeah.
were just piggybacking on having down payments and just one of the mistakes that business owners have within their first year.
Okay. All right. So before we take off, so Joseph, I had asked them a question. I was like, what really had got them into like starting a entrepreneurship and just their own business? Like, what really just was like they turned the point where they was like, you know what, this is what I want to do.
Hold on, my song going in and out. Was that directed towards me?
Yeah, that was towards you. I was just trying to
Okay.
fill you in so you could catch up and you put your input.
So what was my turning point that made me decide to do what I'm doing, my business? Okay. It it definitely was the pandemic. Uh, if I feel like if that didn't wake up the entrepreneur in you, I really don't know what will. Um, I was a phlebotomist at the time, last year, beginning of May,
Hmm.
and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm out here frontline, risking my life, drawing blood, and risking my baby's life. And then the owner of this plasma center is sitting up in his mansion, don't have to worry about nothing, and he's still getting paid. You know, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that was like I was like, and then I went from anger to guilt because I'm like, how you gonna be mad at him because he chose the right path for him and his family. He chose generational wealth, and now it's time.
Right.
It's time to do something about that. And I was like, never again, never again. And from there on, man, Joso just been developing and changing. Logo's been changing. What I've meant to do has been changing. Like Joso been growing rapidly, and I was like, I'm happy I made the decision.
Hey, you love to see it. Like it. But the double down on what you were saying about if the pandemic didn't wake you up, I feel like it definitely did not wake up a lot of people. It
Again.
I feel like I feel like it not only made uh a lot of people complacent, but at the same time fearful.
Mm.
Especially
Mm-hmm.
with the lack of jobs. Everybody's just like, oh, what is stimulus at, or where this money at, blah blah blah. So people just like, you know what, I just want it. I just want the stimulus check and call it a day, instead of a good few of us. It's like, you
It's
know
really
what, you know
because I
what.
was hoping it would be the spearhead for a lot of changes within a lot of systems and you know, like deeper things of that nature.
Uh huh.
But I was kind of hoping for a little revolution, like maybe it's time to eat the rich, quote unquote. So, but like
Hey,
I'm happy for the ones who did wake up. I am happy for that.
yeah, I definitely am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I'm happy for the people, even if you didn't start a small time business, you just got into a hobby that you just been wanting to do. You
Yes.
didn't went
Mm-hmm.
into something that you didn't went to another field or something that you were just interested in. You were just scared, but you risked it. I'm proud. Me personally, on my opinion, I'm proud of y'all. If for everybody that's listening, you know, Because even with the podcast, the pandemic really struck it out for me. Honestly, my homie gave me the idea. He was like, "Why not try a podcast?" I was looking for something that I knew I could consistently do, that I would enjoy doing, and I like, you know what, I can actually capitalize off this by collabing with other people, even if it's just simple conversations,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's controversial conversations, you know, even if it's
That's
just
true.
a topic that's just been going around, you know. So uh I started the podcast. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a couple episodes. After I did a couple episodes, I'm like, you know what, let me reach out to people. And
Yeah.
one and the good majority of that crowd was people starting up their business. So I was just interested of like what really what caused people to be like, you know what, I want a business. Or I'm just tired of working 9 to 5. I'd rather just invest into myself, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you could build someone else's brand, you could build your own.
yeah,
Correct.
true.
Yep.
I definitely agree with that. So the next question for y'all that I definitely wanted to know. Moon was talking about this earlier. What is the downsides of having your own business?
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh,
I
We.
will say, for me personally, because I do a lot of different little things that add up to the business, is me being consistent with posting, with clientele, with coming up with new ideas, to having that drive when sales aren't going as high as you expected. So I would, if I can sum it all, I would have to say consistency.
Consistency for you?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Moon?
okay. The hardest thing is honestly surrounding people. That is really the hardest one because in the beginning, the scariest thing and the hardest thing for me starting was when your family, not all of them, thankfully, not all of my family, but when you have those like, people who say your what you're doing is stupid. You need to go to college. You need to pick up a trade. What is
Mm-hmm.
it you're doing? Like they say this in the beginning. And then when you start to build and when you start to elevate and you start to grow, now those same people, oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh, look how good you're doing. And it's like, trying to weed out, like whenever you reach a certain level, like I'm not at like a huge level yet, but I got like 6,000 followers. I guess that means something in some circles, but I have
Yeah,
people
do.
like sometimes who will try to. It's sad where you have to kind of know how to gauge people. Like you have to know who's trying to climb off of you and who are trying to like ride your coattails. And
Yep.
who are genuinely showing love. Because sometimes people will say, "Oh, I love you so much. You're doing so beautiful. Your jewelry is so beautiful." But they don't really like me. They just like my 6,000 followers and want me to send them over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I hear it.
kinds of that's like the hardest part is just knowing to read people and knowing what's what. That's the hard.
Yeah, that definitely hit home for me. Definitely. Uh, what about you, Joseph?
The hardest thing about running a business is running the business. Basically, it's some days I would rather just work my 9 to 5. Like I don't have to worry about nothing. I can literally clock in, do what I'm supposed to do, and I clock out, and I'm done with it. My business, I will work a 12-hour shift, investing into it, taking the pictures, ordering the inventory, keeping track of the inventory, marketing it, finding your target audience. That takes months when you first start out, and you don't even know that that's a thing when you're in a business, that you have to find your target audience. And if you don't find your target audience, your business is a sitting duck, and it gets
Yep.
very discouraging. And it's the 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 hardest part is the amount of work. Like I
Mm,
said, basically running the business. If you do not have the drive, the why, the ambition, you will not thrive in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak, and
that's
nobody told me that.
Not.
I
Yeah.
seen all these memes and these girls with all these packages surrounding them. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be me and my babies. I get into it. I'm like, whoa, it's so much you mentally and physically have to invest. And like he said, like it's people it's gonna be naysayers. It's gonna be like, yo, running a business. What it
Yeah.
girl,
Yep.
if you don't do this, then you literally have to almost open up your third eye, know that you are more than your 9 to 5, know that you are. My babies will not get it from the mud. My babies will not struggle. My kids won't know about that life. They will remember seeing their mom sitting at that table putting those diamonds on them sunglasses one by one because mom wanted to be that much different than the next vendor that's selling sunglasses. They see
Yes,
mom
ma'am.
go to the next level and start designing her own and putting diamonds, and that's the hard part. You gotta figure out so much, and then when you finally decide to open up a business, you got to decide what's going to make you different and what's going to make you stand out. And
Exactly.
it drains you.
Exactly.
It drains you. When you really have a calling to be an entrepreneur, you get drained. And it's really hard. And I literally just seen a post today on Facebook, no, on TikTok that said, your target audience is not your friends and your family. Stop getting yourself wrapped up in what they think and if they gonna support you or
Mm-hmm.
not. That's not your target audience.
Mm. Yep.
Stop
That's
losing
me.
friends and family because they're not buying from you. They can share, they can like, but stop getting mad because you basically your hometown ain't for you. Joso is. I'm trying to get Beyonce wearing my designers on Coachella. I'm not thinking about Muskegon.
Hey.
Okay.
I don't need y'all to buy my sunglasses.
Exactly.
I'm trying to ship outside of state. I'm not. And that part I was wrapped up in it. Why ain't nobody supporting me? I'm doing all this hard work because it's not for here. It's a lot of different emotions. It's a roller coaster. It's an emotional roller coaster. But you learn and you grow with it. But the hardest thing about having a business is running the business. It's a lot harder than a 9 to 5. It's not a cop out. And I
Exactly.
think people think that too. They think that you're taking a cop out or you just lazy. You don't want. Oh, I'm sorry. Being an entrepreneur is the complete opposite of being lazy. If you're doing it the
It
right way,
is.
You never stop working.
Never.
Never.
never,
It's
never.
self investment. Peace a lot, and a lot of people don't understand self investment. You know, these some of them people who don't understand self investment, right, is the same people that don't understand that when you wake up in the morning, that you either you're gonna do absolutely nothing, or you're gonna walk out the door, or go sit at your table, or go to your office and work. You feel me? However you wake up and apply yourself you got to make it a routine. Some people's out of routine. Some people just don't know what to do. Some people might try to piggyback off what the hell you doing. You know,
Ooh. That
cause they don't know, cause
that is crazy
they
in
don't know the
itself.
routine. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, I respect the hustle, whether it's big, small, the little thing counts. I was saying this on Twitter the other day. I was like, a lot of y'all, it's too many people on this platform that say black business that, and y'all don't support black business. It's
Mm-hmm.
too many, you know. Cause at the same time, I'm gonna be honest. I was one of those people in the beginning. I said, "Oh, you feel me? We need to do this for black business. We need to support black business." But I was out here still buying unnecessary stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
it really took me for one of my homies. I seen him. He stayed up for 8 hours, custom making the shirt with
Mm.
patches and everything on it. I say, bro, and he usually charged like 60. I say, bro, I'll give you 120. Just
Wow.
because you sat here and did that for 8 hours, I give you a
Just
hundred.
because I seen the work you put in. Yep.
I give you 120. Ever since then, I buy from black businesses here and there. You feel me? I just look around, see what people got, and I would try to apply myself, because at the end of the day, once I seen the hard work, I'm like, it's a bunch of other people out here who doing the same thing. Whether it's a shirt, a phone case, uh some custom made for a painting. You know, I respect it. Just me seeing it firsthand, it humbled me. It's like, yo, these these entrepreneurs put a lot of time into what they do. You feel me? And they had their days where it's like up and down. Things fluctuate for them because at the same time the economy fluctuate. You know, it's days where the economy is at a pivot where we basically running off of sunlight. There's other days we running off of pure money. There's other days we're running off straight coal and we barely getting by. You know, so just seeing people's like taking their time out and actually applying to themselves to things that they actually enjoy doing and just want to build they self up so their kids don't have to go through it or brother sister mom stuff or even they just they self is really a good thing. I see it as a beautiful thing because not too many people
Absolutely.
will go that far to invest into themselves. So I respect it 100%.
So you have to step out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
You gotta
because
step
it takes a lot.
I'm pretty sure it take a lot. It's days where I wake up like yo I gotta go to work, then I gotta come home and I gotta make out a schedule for the podcast. Then
Yep.
oh this person want a logo, so I gotta do a graphic design for them. Oh this person want a custom print for their you know. It's like some days I be like yo I just want to go to sleep, but then again I gotta think about money. I still hold on, my audio went out real bad. Mm, I had a blank moment. Hello, give me a call. All right, it should connect me back. My internet gave out on me, so my fault, y'all.
That's
I hear
okay.
you.
Yeah, like it cut in and then it cut right back out. I blame the service in my area. I blame the service in my area. But long story short, I respect it. I honestly do. I hopefully every one of y'all get to where y'all want to be in life. Cause me knowing myself, I know I couldn't just build my own business and try to do everything else I want to do. I literally be running off of no energy, so I won't even try.
You doing it though.
Yeah,
Don't downplay this.
yeah,
Just because you ain't, it ain't the same type of hustle. It's a business though. Like
It is.
this could blow up and be like the dog. What's that thing? What's that new app called? Where everybody be in there talking.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Like that's what I see you eventually like blowing up and doing. Like this is basically what this is, and then people that's listening to us, they probably taking down notes. Like people are looking for guidance when it comes to this business stuff. Like people are
They
lost.
are.
A lot of people want to start, but they don't know where to start. And
It's
we
not
just dropped so many gems.
yeah. Y'all done
And you opened up that platform because you got out of work. You set up that schedule. You set it up to where we all got together and did this. Like, don't downplay it.
yeah. I'm trying my best, but at the end of the day, work need to be done. That's how I see it. Work need to be done, so I'm just applying myself as
Yep.
best as I can.
That's all you can do.
Um, what was the next? Oh, the next thing I want to know. What is y'all feel like is the positive of just owning your own business? Just the whole positive about it.
Mm.
I will say, for me personally, because people do shop from me locally. I would have to say how they compliment the product that they get. It could be a keychain, it could be a lanyard, it could be whatever custom accessory. I would have to say the compliment that they give me once they receive their product.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Moon?
My favorite would have to be building an audience. That's probably one of my favorite pros of it because it kind of helps you be flexible with your hours. Like I call my supporters, I call them the crystal cuties. So a lot of
Mm.
times they'll like, you know how they have the tweets on Twitter where it's like, I want a necklace. Who makes necklaces or who makes bracelets and jewelry? And
Yeah.
they'll like under the comment section at Moonwave Atelier makes it or they make it, and they'll like tag my link and tag my brand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
like promo that I don't even have to do right.
Yeah.
So I love that.
What about you, Joseph?
Um, Basically a little bit of what both of the fellow entrepreneurs said is that is the customers, the appreciation. But my favorite part is my brand becoming my face. I'm literally starting to become my brand. I would be in public in my hometown and somebody go, "Hey, you're Joso," and I was at a pop up shop in Grand Rapids, and it was the first black owned pop up shop that they've ever had in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And I had this girl come up to my table, and she was like, she was just like, take it with the glasses or whatever. And then she kind of looked at me and she was like, what's your Instagram? I want to follow you. This is so dope what you're doing. And I gave her my Instagram name, and she was like, this is crazy. She said, I'm already following you. She was like, oh my God, you're Joso. And I looked like, what do you mean, oh my God? Like, I ain't been nowhere. I ain't did nothing. And she like, but she said, I knew you looked familiar. She said, you ain't posted sunglasses in a minute. I haven't seen any customs in a minute. She said, can I please take a picture with you? She had her mom take a picture of us, and she just started giving me all her business ideas. And and the fact that this girl noticed that I wasn't, because I was in a funk, so I hadn't posted anything in a while. And the fact that I had a young lady watching me, and she noticed that I hadn't posted anything, that was kind of a reminder. Like, see, people got their eyes on you. What you're doing is,
And you,
is making a difference. Just because it's sunglasses, that's not the point. It's the drive behind it, and you're motivating other people. And the fact that she noticed me and wanted to take a picture with me, she wanted to remember that moment. I don't know. It just made my heart smile because it just was that like, and I didn't sell that many sunglasses that day because my target audience wasn't there. It was older white people. Like, they wanted to go to the necklaces, and they want to think about my big old
antiques.
shades. They liked how
Yeah.
they looked. They were like, "Oh yeah, those are adorable," and then they kept moving, but I didn't care. That was my that was my why moment right there. That was one of my why moments, and I just sat there the rest of the pop up shop, man, for hours, and I just was smiling because I was like, that right there, man. If I don't sell nothing today, that was enough
That
for me.
That was
It's
good.
Yeah, it's when your customers start to notice you, and that's what they call you. They call you your brand name instead of saying you're Jasmine. He said you're Joso, and I was like, that's why. That's it. That's what I'm supposed to. You're supposed to know me by that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the positive side of it,
That's
man. Is when
dope.
people start to recognize your work and they admire it.
That's dope. I had one of them moments a while back before this before I started really doing my podcast. This one I was just really just strictly just doing graphic designing, and I was at the mall with me and my brother, my little brother, and my little brother, he be all on TikTok and I'm not really into TikTok and stuff like that, but he's really into TikTok and stuff. So, he's in the mall, he making his videos. So I'm like, okay, you feel me? You enjoying yourself? Just stay right here, real quick. I'm finna go to the concession stand. I'll be back. I'm coming back to him. It's like four people there, so I'm looking like, wait, who is these people around my brother? Like, I don't know y'all. So I woke up to the group and like I call my brother name, so the crowd they just turn around. They like, wait, ain't you send me off of Twitter? ain't you the one who be making all these banners, all these crazy ass banners for people and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah. They was like, how much you charge? I want a banner. Can you make me a logo? And I'm like, yo, like what? I never. That was one thing I just never expected. Like I never expected. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I got just because like y'all just even know who I am and recognize some of my work. I just do it for y'all for free. You know, they made TikToks of my brother and everything. No sooner after that we leaving, I hear somebody call my name. They're like, Sammy. I'm like, who calling me? Like, so I just paid it like it's no attention. They somebody come up there, it's like, yo, bro, you feel me? Um, the dude named CJ. He was like, it's CJ. So I'm thinking about him like CJ. And it really dawned on me. I'm like, oh, you the one who I did the logo for the barbershop? He like, yeah, bro. Like, it's just nice meeting you in person and stuff like that. Like, bro, I just want to thank you for your work, bro. Like, it's really dope. You feel me? A lot of people like it. You know, I've been just hitting your ad to people and all that. So I'm like, yo, like that's dope. Like that really just touched me. It was like, yo, people out here actually know me for just some of my work that I did, and at that time I really wasn't doing much because I was just like really busy from school, work, come back home, helping my brother and my sister out because of school work and stuff because of the pandemic. So when I was doing as much as I can, I was surprised even people even noticed me in the mall. So that just really made my day. That made my whole day. I was like, you know what? If y'all need something, just hit me up. I'll make it for y'all. Like I was just shocked at that fact. What is this? Okay, but what was the next topic I had in mind? Oh, um, what is the how can I say it? Okay, when it comes to investing into your business, like do it sometimes like hinder y'all or sometimes put y'all in a better position than what you originally thought, and like how do you go about it? Like how do y'all go about just investing into your business, like the thought process of it?
I sometimes go towards I go for a couple things. I will go live sometimes, and people be like, they will say, "Well, how come you don't do this? Or can you add this?" And there'll be a couple people asking for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that would play a part. Um, seeing where my social media goes and seeing like what they ask for most frequently, I will go ahead and add it because since I do see that it's a lot of people asking for the same thing, I will go ahead and try to add it.
You'll try to add it if it's like most requested by like a large number.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable, especially if you like you on live and you got like 10 to 15 people ask you like uh what's pop what's a lot of things like the little fur balls for keychains. They're like, why you want to sell little fur balls for the keychains or little crystals
Mm-hmm.
for like So I can understand the thought process of that. Like a bunch of people ask you about a singular thing, so you just you take it in consideration. Like what I just might. Um.
Because that just recently happened to me. I was on, I think I was either on Instagram Live or I was on a type of live, and because of the type of things that's already similar to what I do, people started asking me, "Hey, how, let's add bangle bracelets or add the charm bracelets." Because I already have the charms, I just use them for different things. People are now asking me to do the bracelets.
Okay. Oh snap. So what about you, Moon?
Whenever I go into investing in my business, I really love to focus on my packaging. So I'll go in, like, I'll like to look at my creations, I'll look at my packaging, I'll look at my branding, and I'll like ask myself, where could I upgrade? What could I do better So recently, what I've done was I switched from padded mailers to box.
Mm-hmm.
So particularly cardboard boxes because it's much stronger. Plus, it's biodegradable, and switched to like biodegradable tape and just different things that was better for the environment, but also still protecting and very premium. And my customers loved it, and that's like my way of investing into my business. I just look at things that I'm already doing, and I try to see how I can make it even better than it already was, and just kind of build on that.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea. I like that.
That's
It's
dope.
basically killing two birds with one stone. I like that idea. I really do.
Mm.
What about you, Joseph?
Um, the things that I consider when I invest, quality. Um,
Mm.
I have to do a lot of marketing because I sell sunglasses,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at when I start posting pictures of my sunglasses versus now. I'm very happy because if you have top notch quality with your marketing, you catch your audience target audience's eye more. You don't want to be low budget. You don't always want to be in your living room, background all messed up. Like you really have to invest into your quality when it comes to your business. You got to invest in the quality, fashion, the sunglasses, and once you find your niche when it comes to investing into the marketing part, that's when your money start to work for you. So sometimes I might be going in over my head with the funds. I might be buying a lot more than what I probably should for that month, but I know that I'm going to make it back once I know how to market it. And I know that for a fact because I invested good money into the camera, into the ring light.
Yeah.
I didn't started doing my hair, my makeup. I be finding shirts to match the shades. Like I've invested more into my appearance.
Yeah.
So any type of investment into your business is never, a bad thing. You just got to know why you're doing it. Sometimes you will make that investment back. Sometimes you won't. But when you know what you're investing in and how you're investing into it, it always works out eventually.
It does.
Yeah.
But you lose some and you win some, man. It's like a lottery.
Yeah. Like
Definitely agree.
like with my whole computer setup, my I had my camera for like a week and it went out on me. And I was so pissed. I was pissed.
Man,
I was like, yo, out of everything, why my camera? Like I need my camera. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, so I'm on Amazon. I'm like, damn, like let me look around. So I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm still procrastinating because I'm like, yo, like my laptop camera is crystal clear, but I know I could always bump up the quality. Even with my microphone, I know I could always upgrade the microphone and get a better audio quality, better computer, just so things run smoothly and stuff. So I try my best, try to. I'm not gonna say budget, cause I do have a habit of like if I see it, I just be like, why not? So I have a tendency to do that sometimes. So now I started like, you know what? Let me look around before I just see that one thing and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this and just buy. So that's one thing I started to take consideration. It's just like just look around a little bit. Just look around, like just keep it
Yes.
as an option. Try to at least go find a couple more because before I was like, oh yeah, I need this, I need that. So when I used to see it on Amazon, I'd be like, oh, this how much it costs? Buy. And then probably no more than 30 minutes later, I scroll down a little bit and find something even better than what that was, $20 cheaper. So yeah, but it seemed like investing into businesses, it got its moments. I've been seeing a lot of people lately struggling with investing into their business because of I think they got poor money management some way, somehow. for some reason. I've been seeing a lot of people having like money management issues, and it was kind of throwing me because it's like y'all got bundles and bundles of stuff already, you know.
Right.
So why is y'all buying? I feel like they trying to buy bundles, too many at one time, you know.
Mm.
See, and that's where inventory come in. You have to have a set day that you do inventory.
Yeah,
Mm.
some
That's
You
new to
have
me.
to.
Mm. Okay.
yeah. I was seeing a lot of people struggle. I seen a lot of people struggle with that, like just buying too much at one time, and then it's not going fast as how they think it is, and then they like damn. I just really bought all of this, and then I ain't made no profit because I bought 75 but only sold 10, and then now I'm in the drought.
Yeah.
You
Man,
know,
you
Yeah.
gotta start slow.
instead of you buying 10 of this, 10 of that, and 10 of this, see how it do. You know,
Mhm.
and another thing that I've been seeing a lot of people struggle with is promotion, and I wanted y'all input on that. Like, how do y'all usually promote yourself, and like what do y'all take in consideration when it comes to promotion? Like, how do y'all go about
I used to think I was horrible with promotion. Like I really used to. I used to like really like say that was like my worst quality. And then like a few of my friends are like, "What are you talking about? You do a beautiful job with it." And I never seen it. But like I said, okay, maybe I'm not as bad as I thought I was. But whenever I promote, I just try to aim. I have two different target audiences. So my jewelry is more so like my luxury, elegant section. So I think the lowest price bracelet on my website is 150 for like the starting styles.
it? Uh huh.
And then I also wanted to have more accessible pieces. So that's where my gemstones come in. So the crystals, the t-shirts, the stickers, that's like my graphic design, crystal curation section. So it's like I meet two different people. So I have the people who could pay 250 for a single bracelet, and then I have the people who would rather pay 25 for an amethyst and a rose quartz. So whenever I'm promoting my jewelry, I use keywords that symbolize elegance, that symbolize luxury. And sometimes I'll use, that kind of vibe for them. And then when I market my crystals, I know in spirituality, crystals are very big, as well as angel numbers, 11, 11, 12, 12. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
my website for the crystals are in angel numbers, which kind of ties back into place with the spiritual connection between crystals. And it's like to that person. And I mean, I get different clients. Some people want the crystal and they'll say, I love it for the particular properties it have. And some people just say, hey, that pink stone is pretty. I want it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I cater to all of you. So, yeah, definitely like when you're marketing, just try to I always try to think of think of who you want to sell to, and think of if you were selling to yourself. Would you buy that if someone else posted this? Would you be intrigued by this if you've seen this from someone else? If no, go back to the drawing board. If yes, build on to that and just, work with it.
Yeah.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
deep.
What about y'all laying Mo? How do y'all go about y'all promoting?
When I'm promoting, I think I still do work on my promoting. I'm not gonna lie. But when I first started, I was doing it off of Facebook and Facebook Market.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have people from the Facebook Market either add me as a friend, or I would redirect them to my Instagram page so they could see all of the work. And then from there I went to Twitter, and then from Twitter I went to TikTok.
Yep.
What about you, Moon?
I started off on Instagram. I tried a TikTok, but I don't know why. I just did not like it.
Tick.
And now my biggest one is Twitter. I really, really love Twitter because it's like
Love Twitter.
for like for everything you may say, so you don't get reported easily. And I just love to. I have the most engagement, and I try to go back to Instagram more because like I have a good bit of people I know my crystal cuties on there, and I didn't want to leave them out in the dust. But Twitter is definitely like the fun one. That's where
Twitter is so fun. I agree with you there. Twitter is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like even when like even now I'm still learning about promoting. Like when I promote episodes of like what I release on the podcast, or if somebody else need help with promoting and stuff, I still feel like I'm lackluster in some ways. Where depending on the picture I use to promote it, or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I try to get a little extravagant of how I word things when I tweet it out, so people will catch your attention. Like, hold on, what this is? You feel me? So I still need my touching up on promoting. Uh, but it's a process. I, I,
It
be,
is.
I believe in the process. I'm not worried about it.
And no one is perfect. So I feel one good way to look at yourself and your brand is to know no matter what you do, there's always room for improvement because, never, it's
Yeah.
like an ending, climb. You just continue to elevate.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your brand is a baby, you're the baby as well. This is your first time being an entrepreneur, so you're growing to an adult with your brand. Y'all growing together. It's like a, you and your brand are growing together. You learn as you go and you get better. You can't get discouraged by the hiccups. You can only learn from them.
Yes. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing too. It's gonna be hard, a lot of bumps, but you just gotta keep going.
yeah, man. I feel like self investment, especially regardless of what you do, you just gotta believe in the process. You trust the process. You gonna get to where you want to be at eventually. It,
Yes.
you just gotta take it step by step. Some people, it may not stick to them, but at the same time, hopefully it do. I wish everybody nothing but well, especially if you into your craft or what you enjoy doing. It take time. It really do take time.
And customers know. The customers and people who are interested, they can recognize hard work and love. They recognize.
Of,
Yeah.
co-
Yep.
of course, of course, most definitely. Especially if you hand making a lot of stuff, or just how you speak to them. Your introduction into conversations, and just
Man.
how you handle your packaging. Like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I didn't run into my fair share of black businesses that has some nice things. They just got poor communication.
Yes.
Customer service is
Customer service
horrible.
is
Horrible
sometimes more
customer
important than the
service.
product. Sometimes customer service can kill a really good product.
You can.
Ooh.
It can. Matter of fact, Moon was talking about this before we even start the podcast. So you can elaborate on that from the previous conversation me and you had if you want to.
Okay. So yeah, customer service is so important, and just like you want to make people like how I like to say it. I like to say it. I'm trying to remember how I said it earlier because I love that way of saying it. People will always remember how you made them feel, how you talk to them, how you introduce yourself to them, just how you interact with people. People will always remember how you made them feel, and sometimes people where if they may not even be interested in something you're selling, they'll support you just off the fact that you were nice to them and kind to them. Like I've
Yeah.
say I can't afford this type of bracelet, but you know what? I'm retweeting it on my timeline. Somebody who could afford this, get it. Or they'll get it as a gift for someone else if it's not exactly their style. But it boils down to good customer service, very good communication skills, and I think that could be like one of the biggest killers of small business. Biggest
Oh
killers.
Yes.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for really anybody. How do you go about a customer that's being rude to you?
Mm.
That's being rude to
Not
you.
necessarily,
Ooh.
not necessarily you did anything wrong, because I and a couple of different business owners that I've ran into. Let's just say, for example, out there on my website and they see that they did something wrong, or let's just say their package is taking too long. and it's just nothing you can do. So how do you go about the customer service on that end and the customer is starting group?
You you always gotta start. You always gotta start with the because I worked in customer service for years, so you always have to start with being sympathetic. Like, okay, I understand that's very frustrating that you haven't gotten your package yet. Let me see what I can. Let me look up the tracking number for you. Do you still have the tracking number that I sent you? That's why you always gotta remember that you cross your T's and dot your I's before you make your final sale with the customer. You want to make sure you got your tracking number. You sent it off. You make sure they got their tracking number. You want to make sure you got everything right on your end, just in case you do get that angry customer that is like, "Where's my stuff at? I haven't gotten it yet." Blah blah blah. You literally got to work like you in a call center. Like, I understand your frustration. Let me see if I could track your package for you. Oh, I found it. It's taking a little time. They are behind when it comes to stuff due to COVID. And make sure you put notes too, just in case it's COVID going on. So you want to put notes when it comes to shipping. There may be some delays. So if they do try to bring it up, be like, if you will refer back to my page, I did say there may be some delays. And if that person continues, it gets when you don't have to deal with it.
Block.
You just don't have to. I said what I said. The package will be there soon. You should have read the fine print. I mean, you don't have to say it like that, but that's basically what it is. That's what it comes to. It is what it is. You don't have to shop with me anymore. But I know that I did everything I was supposed to do. I wasn't lacking on anything. You have to make sure you on your A game because your customer service, people gonna come for you whether you have good customer service or not. People gonna come for you in your business. Everybody ain't gonna be happy with your services. And I've had that a couple times. Like, people ain't gonna be happy. They're not. It don't matter what you do. They gonna complain. They gonna complain to somebody else about it. You keep that smile on your face. Refer back to your prices. Stay firm on them, and just like this. And if this does not accommodate you, I understand. My services is not for everybody.
That's a good one. And
I understand.
Yeah,
No hard feelings.
that one hit home. That too. Um, bad. I don't know. Reinsurance. Reinsurance can help a little
Yeah.
bit, like but you may have those customers who just they hard headed, or they just one thing go out the ear, one going in the ear and out the other. So
Yep.
it's just all about how you just handle it. Cause sometimes it may even frustrate you, cause you telling them like hey, the shipping is a little late because of COVID. So it's really on the postal. It's all really on the postal service. You know,
It
I
is.
already sent it out. They're taking a sweet time, but I just want to let you know, like, you know, just little
Yep.
things like that. Try to keep it simple, straight to the point, but at the same time, show your concern, cause
Hmm.
it's a lot of
You want to be
people.
sympathetic.
Yeah, cause at the same time, it's like you feel me. They kind of did spend their money, so show just like just show some. You know, um, another thing that hit my mind, right, is how do y'all go about discounts if y'all ever do that?
mm,
I do discounts, but what I'm starting to do as discount is if a returning customer referred that person to me, I will give that person a discount, and I will give the same discount to somebody if they return to me.
Okay.
And even when, because I have a YouTube channel, so like let's say I hit the goal for the day, I will do a discount to like the next day or that next morning. That's how I do discounts.
Hmm.
What about you, Moon?
I love how the universe brought that question up to you because I posted about that literally yesterday.
Oh, I did not see it.
I said, artist advice: stop going on sale so often or too often. A
I
cute
see
sale
that.
every now and then, cute, but treat it more as a reward for your existing customers and less as an attraction an attraction for new ones. Firstly, you are
Mm-hmm.
wrong customers when you do so. You are attracting bargain hunters who wait and wait till you are back on sale before buying. So treat sales as a seasonal treat and not as a marketing tool. Also, avoid doing over 50% off, especially not the entire store. Avoid going on sale very, very often. Seasonal treat. For my personal business, I never go on sale with the jewelry, but every like seasonal, I'll go on sale with everything else, like a part of Crystal Corner. So I'll do like a 25% off or 35% off on Black Friday in that particular style.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. What about you,
Yeah.
Joseph?
Um, well, as soon as you go on my website, it says 10% off if you sign up for our mailing list. So if you sign up
Okay,
for my mailing list, to where I can send you emails of promotional emails, you'll get 10% off your first purchase.
yeah,
Um,
Mm.
and then my customs are $30. So if you spend $80 or more, that means you done bought more than one pair of customs. I have regular sunglasses as well, but that means you bought more than one pair of customs, or you bought a heck of a load of my regular shades. So if you spend over $80 or more, I will ship you a free um, pair of just my regular shades. You can pick one, and that will be taken off at the cart at checkout.
okay,
And then I have, because I don't do sales like, okay, so today we're having, I don't do that. I stick to the 10% off. I stick to the, if you spend $80 or more on my website, you get a pair of shades free, and then regular shades, not customs. And then when I see a customer coming back continuously, and she not only is a loyal customer. She's posting pictures. The pictures are bomb. She tagged me in them. I automatically inbox you and be like, "Would you want? Do you want to be an ambassador for JoSo?" Yeah, I do. Cause you already shop with me. You post my shades and you take bomb pictures in them. Those customers get 10% off now. So every time she shops with me, she gets 10% off. All she has to do is post a picture, a bomb picture, tag me in it, promote me, and that's it. You will forever get 10% off with Joso. So I have the ambassadors. I have the 10% off for signing up for an email list, and then I have spend $80 or more, you get a free pair of shades.
okay. Yeah, I honestly I like that. I like all y'all how y'all handle y'all y'all discounts because I was really sitting here thinking while as we was going through conversations. I'm like, I feel like too many discounts could really mess up sales. Like, so I was wondering like
Yeah,
how.
because don't nobody know what your set price is. They gonna be expecting that discount all the time, and nobody would never know what your regular price is.
Yeah, so I was like, how do they? I was like, so I'm saying, I'm like, I wonder how they go about they discounts. So it seems like seasonal is well, I feel like everybody do that, and I think that's like you know a safe route. Honestly, just being seasonal, you know, because throughout the year, how many times is there like a seasonal sale? It's not like probably like what a handful at most.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a safe route because what 5 6 I'm gonna say 5 or 6 probably like 4 or 5 seasonal sales throughout the entire year and everything else is just regular prices. I feel like that's pretty good. You ain't losing no huge profit as of a person trying to just get stuff out like oh I got 40% 50% all of this stuff so
I also love to do extra value sales. That's another really one that I like. Like if you say instead of a percent off, just say buy everyone who orders today will get a free sticker, like something of that nature. So it's not taking any money off, but it's like an extra little added value.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That was just
Yeah.
one thing for sure that was just on my mind. I'm like, how do they go about their promotional? Cause I know if you don't handle it correctly, that could be a very a setback for you. You know, if you
Mm-hmm.
just don't know how to handle it correctly. So that was one thing that was very on my mind. So let me check the time real quick. Oh, we in the last stretch. So now we in free talk. We in free talk territory. Honestly, if y'all was doing if y'all was still want to talk about business, we can. It don't matter. But we in free talk territory. I do this with everybody. Y'all just talk. We talk about any and everything. The trending,
Oh,
the unpopular, the popular. You know. So
Okay.
we in that final stretch.
I did. That's crazy because I did want to say this along with the business, um, and having a business. Your, well, for me, my spirituality has played a huge part
Yeah.
with my meditation, with my praying, with my affirmations, my manifestations. That has played a huge part, and not only has it played a huge part in my business, because once I've started my spirituality, it's like Joseph has just been falling into place. Everything literally has been laid out for me, and like this, the connections and just everything has been falling into place. But that's with life, period.
Mm-hmm.
Spirituality, man, and being positive and saying those positive things and speaking those positive things over your life will get you so far. It's crazy. Your life will literally start to fall into place once you stop relying on something else to do it for you, and you start to look inside yourself and actually putting in the work. Like that is faith without work is dead is a serious thing, man.
It is.
That's a that and then it is exactly what it says. Like if you're not gonna put in the work, you might as well just say fuck it. Like you can't sit
Basically,
around and wait for it.
you
You gotta
can't.
work.
You can't.
So I did want to say that. Like that's played a big part in my small success is my spirituality, man. My and I'm so happy that Moon do that because now I want to go to his website and see because he talking about his crystals and stuff, and I just ordered some new ones. I
I.
smudged them and everything.
So
Like I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta give me some.
this is what I've really seen all of my Twitter timeline. Like I kid you not, I would share crystal stuff at least 4 to 5 times within an hour. That's how many times I would see somebody with that type of business.
To me, everybody is trying to find that little lane. They trying to jump in, but it's all about how you present yourself. Honestly, from
It is.
from the first time I even had a conversation with Moon. I seen one of his tweets. I was going through stuff. I'm like, I say, damn, bro, got some good shit. Like he really got some. I instantly, I just, I quote tweeted. I was like, bro, y'all go tap in, bro. Go show love. You know, I do that for.
Tag us in a tweet so we can follow each other. Tag us all.
I got you. I will. I was I do that for a lot of my mutuals, even close friends. You know, like if I got a few of them that just started up a business. They'll drop a new post. I'm on it instantly. Or go show love, or I'll drop it in, random group chats and stuff. Like even my mom, some of my sisters. I didn't sent them to one of my closest friends. Moon know her. Her name Donnie. I sent them to her website to go buy a few stuff. Another one of my friends, Jazz. I just sent them to her website because I see them so frequently on the timeline. I'm like, I want to show. Even if I don't buy nothing, I still want to show love. You feel me? Because it just motivates you. Because it's like people is really just showing love, even if it's just a like or a retweet or a purchase or just a simple just
Mm-hmm.
shout out. It really take a long way. It pushes a person a long way because now you giving them this person extra courage and motivation to just keep doing what you're doing and stuff. And how you was speaking on meditation, I've been telling people for the longest. Some of y'all need to meditate. Y'all y'all holding on to stuff that's unnecessary. For real. It is and I feel like meditation and just, being uh understanding yourself will take
Yep.
you a long way. You feel me? You'll stop
If you're
you
not right within yourself, ain't nothing else gonna work out for you. Period.
Period.
exactly. You feel me? Ever since I started doing meditation, uh I didn't had stuff just come to me very unexpected, and it's just like, damn, I would have never thought this. Like, you know, this is kind of random, but I've been wanting this for like a minute, or I've been looking at this opportunity for a while. Like, and it just came
Yeah.
because I was just, I just been patient. I've been believing in the process. And I've been really putting a lot of my homies onto like meditation and stuff. Cause I was like, at the same time, how you treat yourself and your body, your mind, and
Yep.
so on and so forth, it play a big part. It play a big part. It do.
But see, when I talk about spirituality, I don't when with somebody who hasn't tried it yet, I don't sugarcoat it because there's an upside to it and then there's a downside to it.
Yeah.
Or shadow.
Yeah.
Man, I have sleepless nights. I wake up every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't really get much sleep, but then during the day I'm exhausted. I don't know when the last time I done seen 5:30, 2:16 on my clock. It's almost to the point I used to get excited when I would see the numbers 11, 11, 12. Now I'm sick of myself. I don't know when the last time I seen a regular time on the clock. All I see is 11, 11, 9, 11, 2:22, 1:11, and some days I just roll my eyes like, oh my god, like I don't see no other times. And then another down. It's not a downside to it, but it's really an emotional experience because you lose a lot of people. You lose a lot of people
Yeah.
that you thought were for you, and
It's
you sense a lot of stuff. You know when somebody lying to you. Sometimes you're told exactly what happened, and then they tell you the complete opposite, but you don't want to seem crazy. Spirituality. It awakens you almost to the point to where you have to get control of it because it will drive you nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It'll drive you crazy. You really be having to center yourself because it's like it's positive sides to it, but it ain't all glitter and gold. Once that third eye start opening and you start getting more woke, man, things happen, and you
yeah.
gotta be prepared for it.
Yeah. Most definitely. Um, I was referring back to just even just being spiritual and stuff. One of my homies, he was having a rough year. Like last year, he was having a rough year. I told bro, like, bro, at this point, you just need to take a step back and evaluate what just happened. Cause me from the outside looking in, it looked like you done went through hell. Honestly, like, and I was like, bro, you just need to take a step back and thank God, you feel me. He listened. He took a step back and just things now just just lining up for him, lining up for him. You feel me? I'm like at the end of the day, you feel me. Me personally, I ain't gonna tell you no wrong. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And I'm not gonna be no yes man to you. I'm gonna be your friend.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Simple. What is this? Uh, Everybody in the Discord chat going off. But other than that, um, how y'all been feeling about this year so far?
Oh, I think this is it.
I have optimism that it's going to be better than 2020, but I know realistically a lot of the gold that passed over from 2020 will carry through. But I have faith it'll get better. Yeah.
Yeah,
From a good.
I'm definitely not in the same mindset I was in 2020. I was nowhere near
Yep.
where I'm at right now. So what if 2021 does bring 2020 vibes? I'm mentally prepared now for it. I'm in a better position to win. So now I can get to the point where it's not going to affect me like I was. Oh my god, because I was affected bad in 2020. But it birthed my business. So that's why I kind of have a positive outlook on it because I'm like, okay, let the bullshit come on, bring it. But I got a different mindset now, so I'm good.
Man,
I feel it.
I have a feeling this shit gonna be, it's gonna have its little few ups and downs, but I feel like it's gonna have a lot of in store for people,
It
who
is.
just been working, like whether they just been working in the field, at home, entrepreneurs, you feel me, from athletes putting in. I feel like this year gonna have a lot in store for people, you know. So I just I try to keep thinking positive about it, After we just went through this crazy ass year last year. So, thank God that's over. So
Yeah.
we
Thank God we survived this shoot.
exactly.
That's all. Definitely show. Keep your loved ones close and just move me real love because never know when your loved one gonna when they gonna transcend into the spiritual. You never know. So just love them while they're here.
Yep. Man.
Exactly. You know, even when things was at the almost high, like all time high, like I was like, bro, I just want everybody to just be safe, bro, because everything I hear was in last year, especially in the middle of the year. I'm like, bro, this ain't getting no better. Like I wish nothing but safety upon y'all, cause bro, this is not
It's
this.
still
Yeah, it's still
Mm-hmm.
going. And the thing, and what I've been seeing more and more is that it's not as like gruesome as it was, last year. Cause last year people was having not riots,
Yes.
marches, and I'm like, Corona out. What?
it
And
was
then
scary.
and then y'all marching like 200 deep with no mask, holding hands in the hot ass sun. What is y'all doing,
There was a lot of people for the coronavirus to be out and about.
bro?
Yeah.
They yo
That's
was
the most I ever seen people travel because them plane tickets was cheap.
cheap,
Man,
cheap.
cheap.
People going to the islands for $50, cheap.
Literally.
Yo,
People
dirt cheap.
enjoy themselves.
Everybody going to Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico. You over it like, damn, how much money you spent? $50. 50 what? It's
A
crazy.
mess.
A mess. They just out here just traveling as if nothing ain't happened. I'm like,
I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself like that. I'd be too worried. Like, what if I catch? What if I? Or what would be really scary? And it happened to somebody. They went traveling, and then while they were out, like abroad, the countries ended up locking down travel, so they were like stranded in another country.
Yep.
stranded.
Yep.
That happened to a good majority of people. Like they were stuck there for like some weeks on end before they actually was able to fly back home.
Then when you get home, you got to quarantine. You can't even be around nobody when you get back home. It just won't work.
Exactly.
It won't work.
It wasn't worth it.
Now you stuck like damn, like I went on vacation to have fun, now I'm home stuck, or I'm still stuck in the country. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could have been home chilling, watching Netflix, Hulu, whatever, doing your little daily grocery store runs if you wanted to. Come back home, like man,
Then I was like, it wasn't only just COVID. You remember when them couples was dying and getting kidnapped and
look,
going
Yes.
missing before COVID even happened?
man, that
I
was
was scared to travel off of that alone, and then COVID happened. I said, "Oh, Jamaica ain't gonna never see me."
it was happening all in the, it was
They came
happening.
like like it was the workers at the hotel or something.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
yes,
like that just up and left and went away. It's like don't nobody even remember that.
Mm.
That was weird.
That was very weird.
yeah, that was weird. I'm like, I heard about a few instances in like the Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, I
heard
remember that.
I heard a few. I heard like one or two about Jamaica and another one about Cuba. I'm like, bro, like,
Yeah, because that lady had survived. Her drink had got messed with,
yeah,
and
yeah,
she
got
said she
tempered.
seen some man following her to her hotel room, and he beat her ass. But she
Mm.
escaped. And then a couple other people said some people just walked right into their hotel room, and then they were questioning the hotel owners and stuff. That, oh, we don't know. I don't know how they got your key. Like what?
On the resort.
On the
Yeah, this
resort.
man just walked into my hotel room, and y'all can't tell me who he is.
Like y'all giving out the same room key to everybody. Y'all cannot be trusted.
No,
Y'all cannot be trusted.
no.
Man, yo, if we go down the list, it's too much stuff that didn't happen within just 2020. It is
It is. That was too much. It was too much.
too
It
much
was
for
ridiculous.
unnecessary reasons. Honestly, way too much.
2020 came with a vengeance, man. They said I'm gonna take some people out with me, and it's exactly what it did.
That's
Exactly what it did.
I'm either gonna take your mind or I'm gonna take your spirit. And it's
man.
like,
Yo, the worst part about 2020, we lost a lot of good actors.
We did.
We lost a lot of good actors. I think the one that really hit me home the most, I believe it was 2020. I may be wrong. Was Pops from Friday.
Oh
Craig
yeah.
Craig
I
died.
forgot he passed.
I believe
Yes.
I feel like that was like early 2020 or something like that. I believe. I'm not too sure.
I forgot he had went on to glory. Now I'm
John
sad.
John Witherspoon. That's his name. John Witherspoon.
Yep.
I was like, dang. I'm like, bro, these movies not gonna be the same no more. It's
It was
really
Black
not.
Panther for me.
It was
That
that
was
too.
that was so random. That
That was
was one thing that was that it came out of the woodworks for me. I was like, I would have never imagined this ever.
Never.
But you know what? I had a certain peace about it because I'm like, that man literally came to Earth, did what he had to do, and he went back home. That's how I looked at it. I
Yep.
said he lived, even though he was young, he accomplished a lot. And his brother
Yeah.
said he was ready to go. His brother said that he was like he looked over at his brother was like, I'm tired. He was like, I can't. He said, it's all right. We don't need you. We will let you go. It's okay. And he said a few hours later, that's when he passed. He had been battling cancer during the movies. He was battling cancer.
Yep.
And people were making fun of him on social media because of how skinny he had gotten.
That
that was a shame.
that was one thing that confused me. I had seen the picture. I seen the picture of him when he was skinny, and I was like, damn, what the fuck happened? What happened to fucking Chadwick?
Yup.
What happened? And then
Yup.
I'm like, I didn't really think too much of it because some actors go to their extreme when it comes to like certain roles. You feel me? So I'm like, is this like something upcoming or is this really like something
Yup.
going on with him? You know,
Yup.
I ain't really pay too much mind to it, but it really like concerned me. 'Cause I'm like that.
Because
This
that's
was
not no
random.
healthy weight loss. That ain't healthy how he
Exactly.
looked. His clothes was hanging off his body.
That reminded me of that off the wall ass movie 50 Cent did
Oh
when
Lord.
he was fucking
Yeah, that was
skinny
weird.
when he was skinny. I'm like, when I
He looked so bad.
he looked
Me too.
terrible, terrible.
And you did all that, and I still ain't seen that movie. I still don't know what movie that is.
That's when he was the football player with man. I seen that movie one time. I'm like, yeah, this not for me. Yeah,
Oh, we paid that movie dust. We paid that movie dust.
bro. I was like, yeah, this ain't for
And
me.
that one was Cecily Tyson.
Oh,
I was not expecting that.
yeah,
I was not expecting that one.
definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely was expecting that.
I was expecting her. I was like when I heard that one, because I saw everybody, like I saw Queen trending, so I clicked it to see what it was, and it said Cecily Tyson passed away. I'm like, what? She
Yeah,
just one of them. Like I know she was like older in age, but like you ever like see people you just for some reason you just expect them to just be living forever. Like she just was
Yeah.
yeah. She's definitely one of the people I would have never thought like that's
I
the
was shook.
most randomest news like ever.
We definitely grieved as a black community with that one, boy. That was like Granny passing. We ain't gonna never be the same.
For real. We done lost we done lost a lot in uh a year and a half span of what COVID been out for.
When I tell you they need to give everybody free therapy sessions, you shouldn't
Yes,
have to
they do.
pay for nothing because the stuff that we've had to deal with and endure is we. I'm pretty sure all of America got PTSD right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I had a burnout last year because it was just so much like with the business, but not even just that. Like I live with my great grandmother and her husband, my great grandpa. He is like 96 and she's 85. She was 84 at that time. But it was like how whenever the virus was like kind of like wreaking havoc, everyone was saying like it's the young people and elderly people who are like the most at risk.
Yep.
So it was so hard, like, trying to make sure they good while still trying to manage my business and still trying to stay sane. And it was just so hard.
You're
It was,
paranoid. Like that's what I was saying when I was a phlebotomist. I would leave work. I would go through the garage. My ex boyfriend would meet me at the back door. I would literally take off my clothes inside the garage. You have to shut the garage door. I would take off my scrubs, my shoes at the door. He would have to put them in a garbage bag. I would go straight to the bathroom, get right in the shower because I was that afraid that
Right.
they was telling us every corona's on your shirts, corona on your shoes, corona on your.
Yes.
You
I
step out.
like will get in the shower. One day I just cried because I'm like, I can't even come home and hug my kids right away. I have to go through the garage and take off my clothes and then come through the house and get right in the shower before I can even greet my babies.
Crazy. I just feel
It
like the
was
whole
absolutely
world.
insane.
I just feel like the whole world was in literal shambles. Like my mom was even like that because she was working at a rehab center and she was the receptionist and we could not even touch her when she came through the door. Like
Nope.
she would have to have a whole process. Then okay, greet me now. Like it was just so crazy.
Yeah,
It was absolutely horrible. I
it
was scared to death because I just had my baby was had just turned one. I'm like she couldn't. Her immune system can't take that. I don't care about me. I know that I will. I hope that I will be able to fight through it. But I'm more worried. I don't care about me getting it. I'm worried about my babies getting it. How do I
Mm.
know their immune system is strong enough to handle that? And then they
Right.
were sharing all those videos of those kids that couldn't breathe and
Yes.
crazy, man. Just
Crazy.
oh, don't worry about me. It's the connection.
And I have seasonal allergies, so when I get like the slightest little cough, I used to be scared. Oh, I caught the wrong. That was bad. Wow. Like I'm not
Man.
even right. But it was bad.
Ooh.
we talk about this because we just up in the head right now. Like
Oh, yeah,
I feel
definitely is.
people could comfortably just like some people that comfortably just go out without like fear of something. So how y'all feel about the vaccine? Because like some people say
I feel like the vaccine is a literal joke. I no, I just don't.
Look, I'm gonna be.
There's so many. There's so many other diseases that they do not have cures for, and you trying to tell me within less than a year you have a vaccine for it? No.
but now you need 3 doses. You kiss my ass.
Look,
Nope. See.
I have mixed feelings on it because I feel like in a sad way, America really only care about money. Like they really don't care about workers. They really don't care about the general public. They don't care about people's lives. But I feel they want to get people back to work as quick as possible.
And it's
Yep.
not happening.
it's not.
Yeah, that's what they want. And it's sad that like people's well being is pushed to the back burner just because people want money. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
The flu shot almost took me out, so I'm
Yeah.
completely scared of the
I
coronavirus vaccine.
I
The flu
took
shot almost took me in.
I took a flu shot. I was like, it didn't mess me up how I expected. So I was like, okay, but I was still like what's the necessary of the flu shot? Like I never had the flu. Like I always kept myself up. Like you know,
Yep.
so when they were talking about a shot for COVID, I'm like, yeah, no, Like, like I'm
I just
definitely
do not believe
no.
it at all.
Like I was, and then I was trying to do some research on it, and everything just seemed so vague. I'm like, this is a definite no. Like, no, I'm not
Those
taking
people
this.
faces that's deformed, is that real? Or was that just the
I don't
I don't even
personally.
know what
them
I
to
people
say.
faces was
Some
real?
don't.
real, some said it was something else. But I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens before I go take
Yeah.
it. Need to like, okay, did you take it? What happened? I want like a good, like kind of like see how it plays
Yeah.
out.
You kind of want to do it. You go first type thing. You first.
Right.
Look,
Yep.
and right here in my city. I'm right here in Miami. I stay by the stadium, and they do the testing and all of that right here. I
Oh, that's
can't,
probably crazy to
I
see.
I can't make this up to you. I drive around the corner for probably 5 or 6 blocks. It's a line of cars for COVID testing in the shot. I cannot
Wow.
make this up. Half of these people and half of these people, right, don't even have symptoms. They just in fear that they might catch it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then we had a bad thing down here where it was a lot of misinformation going around because we was in flu season. People would come in for the flu and they'd be like, "Oh no, you got COVID." Like, what? It's flu
I can
season.
tell you a
Yep.
crazy story. I have a friend, and this specific friend that I had, her grandma friend or somebody within that family had a heart condition. Now, she was in the hospital, they kept her there, and she eventually did pass, but they added her to the numbers of COVID, and she passed due to heart failure.
Yes.
So, those numbers, I can't even believe is fully those numbers.
Me, especially in my state, I can't believe it because some of them numbers is either people who just only got tested and never contracted nothing, or they went there and they got tested, but it was something completely different and they still marked them down. Like it was like, bro,
Yep.
y'all not doing y'all proper job, but you know
And some people they had false positives.
exactly.
Yes.
They
Because
ha-
that happened to a lady I knew. They told her, don't come into work. Everybody you've been around got to get tested. Come to find out that it was an incorrect test and she never actually had the corona.
yeah, man.
Well, you see what Erica Badu have put on Twitter. They have to get tested when they go to the studio or set or wherever she was at, and she said she was getting tested like regularly, but one nostril came back positive and the other nostril came back negative. So they went with the
What?
positive nostril and told her she had it, and she was like, "No, I don't." And they were like, "Yeah, you do." She said, "How y'all gonna go with the positive? What about the nostril that came back negative?"
Exactly.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Erica Badu get better." She's like, "Girl, ain't that wrong with me? I'm fine."
One nostril gonna be good and the other one is stuff. Yeah, that
Yep, she had put that on Twitter. She said that's crazy.
Very.
Mm.
and also another thing about this virus that didn't make any sense. Why I've never seen a virus shut the entire world down.
Never.
Bro.
Ebola didn't shut the world down. H1N1 didn't shut it down. The Spanish flu, HIV, like there's many viruses that wreaked havoc that didn't like completely shut the whole world down.
Check me out. We
They
had
kept
something.
they kept trying to push it on how fast you could contract, like how fast you could get it. They were saying it was just in the air and you would walk through it, and that's
Right?
how you would get it.
That,
Man,
that was in the beginning when it's like, if you open your front door, the coronavirus
Yep.
won't.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
They
feel.
was really trying to make it seem like you could just get it just by
I
stepping
feel like it
outside,
was.
and that's literally how they shut the whole world down.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a super exaggeration on it. You feel me? It was like the
Yeah, it was a hidden agenda for real. It was
yeah
a setup. I don't know
they
what the heck was going on. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not even afraid like that no more. Like I go to the store, I go home. Half the time I be forgetting to even put the write my card down because I just be like,
yeah.
I'm over it. I'm
Look,
over it. If I
soon
get it, I get it. Shoot.
soon as they was talking about it, I wasn't really informed on about it, so I was still walking around like as if nothing was going on until
Yeah.
about like a couple months, and then it was like oh yeah, this is a serious thing, and I'm like, well, okay. And then it's like, oh, you need the social distance. You don't need to be this many feet from people. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
shit? That's easy because I really don't like being around. I don't even like being up close on people in the first place. I like personal space. Like that's my motto. That's my Hakuna Matata. You feel me? Like personal space. Keep it a little
They
distance.
slowly put it on us. They didn't give it to us raw. Like they slowly eased it on us. Because at work they told us we couldn't wear our mask because we was scared the donors. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
weren't even allowed to wear masks at first, and we had a fit. Then we went from not being allowed to wear them because we were gonna scare the donors to if we ain't wearing them, we was gonna get suspended or fired. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They did that at the grocery stores. I remember they did that at my local grocery. Like they told them they couldn't wear the mask because it'll scare the customers. And now it's like if you don't have a mask, you can't come in the store. Period.
It's a law now.
That's so crazy.
Well, we were ran by a child, so we was being directed by a whole kid.
It's sad though because we just so like it's like how can I say a pandemic hit us when we had like the worst president of all time.
Yeah.
It just so happened to hit us at the worst of the worst.
He was killing people by telling them to drink that
Like,
toxic stuff, or that should help you out. And that old couple didn't die.
Yep.
Man, things been
I
all
said,
over
"Oh, this motherfucker is
crazy.
crazy."
Everything's just been all over the place. Like
things with something.
let me check the time limit. Oh, okay. We at that ending point. So all right, let me wrap it up for us real quick. So thank you for everybody that's gonna watch, came to watch, recommended to watch. In the description, I'm gonna have everybody links from their shops, merch. They probably their personal Twitter, so you can hit them up asking about a few items and so on and so forth. And I just appreciate everyone who just came through, watched the video, probably even through, skip through to certain parts. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep the timestamps down below as well, just in case y'all want a specific conversation. And I just appreciate y'all. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
To meet all of y'all, I can't